Hello, hello, hello. Today I'll be going over the VK2801-105, which essentially is the Tier 6 Tech Tree tank, but the Tier 6 Tech Tree tank does not have a 105 cannon, as you can already see I'm testing out there. The 105 is a standard derp, I would say. Yeah, it is a standard derp. It's the same as the Panzer IV and all the other. Stug has it as well, but this time you have it on something that's really quicker around the battlefield, so it's even more deadly, I would say. I can't remember why it was removed, but to get this tank, you have to have been played the game for 4 years, or have your account for 4 years. You just log in and claim, or you claim it on the website. The gun, as I talked about, has a 104 pen with the heat and 61 or something like that, 63 with the AP, and then the HE has a magical of 53. I'm very unsure of exactly the pen, but I feel like I'm a little bit unlucky here on the MX-12 ton. Should have some shots there. Oh, Nasser wants to talk. And you can see the shell velocity is not quick at all. You have 376 on the heat and 470. Let me quickly check that, because yeah, 403, 53 pen, and then it was, what does it say? Oh, 470 with the HE. And here we're just gonna move up and smack this. Oh, that was close. Smack the Achilles up top. So you can see how this tank is not faring so bad with the mobility compared to the Panzer IV or other derp guns out there. You still can get around the place with kind of moderately quick. And oh, that is so dirty. That is so nasty. When you can just go up, smack them for a 300 plus shell. It's 410 alpha with the HE, 350 with the heat. Oh. Ah, we could not get him before he should got us. And I don't know why they have introduced this. I don't want it. I have never heard anyone who said they want to have this. It sounds like you're in a submarine with the tank. Armor-wise on this one is... oh, it seems like we blind hit that one, because there was no explosion of the heat shell. Ooh. The armor, you have kind of a steep frontal plate, which I would say is the only one that the only place that can really bounce. You can try and side scrape. I think yours is certain guns it might work. It might be very tricky though. Something that's really good for this tank is the intuition, I would say. I, at the moment, don't have intuition, but I probably will respec it. As you can see, loading a shell takes roughly 7 seconds. 7.2, I think, my reload is. And one thing that's kind of a neat feature for this tank is thanks to it having such a slow shell velocity, is that you can lob shells over hills and areas, and here I don't do any damage on the FV, unfortunately. Let's see if we can finish him off with this. No, incoming. Let's just... oh, gun depression. Alright, we managed to pen him. A little bit luckily, must have penned him right in the turret. Let's see if we can't take him out. No, gotta be careful. Shoot him for him. There we go. And it looks like the new tank syndrome won. You could see it probably in the beginning. There was a lot of artillery fire. There was a lot of focusing on us. Mostly just the artillery. I wouldn't say the type focus us too much. But unfortunately, we got taken out. It looks like we hit the Type 64. He lost some hit points. And I would like to say that this tank that I played, the VK28.01-105, very ominous name. I'm just gonna call it German meatball, because it looks like a meatball. It's clumped up like a meatball. He moves around and it smacks pretty good. It's quite a fun little light tank. It's a fun tank if you like derp guns, obviously, because now you're gonna have a derp gun tank that's rather quick around the battlefield. And it's also this lobbing shells on a long range, which it takes a specific mindset to get it going, to get up and hit the shells. Where should I aim? You could see how the shells behave when you actually shoot on a long range. But something that I did not touch upon was the ramming capability with this VK-105. Oh, you need to ram. All these small little light tanks, they have no weight compared to yours. Ooh, you have around 28, I think it is, the weight of it. So 28 ton coming in, barreling down in 64 kilometers is the top speed. It's a rather... It's no field modification just yet, but that will be up very shortly. I will go over the field modification with the VK28, but that's it. That's my little game. This is my very first game. But anyway, let's go check out some post-game. I managed to do 2,389 damage, 835 spotting damage, 2 kills, ace tanker, high caliber. We got an XP of 1,105 with the amount of stuff we managed to do. Not such a huge game, but somewhat game. And we earned 45,000 credits. But let's get over the tank more in detail in the garage. The tank parking lot, we're gonna go over the tank like always. We take the crew first, the equipment, the consumables, ammunition, and then field modification. Even though it doesn't exist here. But first I have to show you that the tank does not earn extra credits. Very important. It's just for the crew and, well, transferring the crew. That's it. But it has the same field modification as the VK2801, which does not have a derp. But let's get into it. The commander, I will go with Brothers in Arms, 6th Sense, Recon. And then I would probably skill that artillery, sound detection, and then camouflage, and then repair. But oof, that is a long way to go. But if I don't care too much about the sound detection, I'll go with camo and then repair. The gunner, Brothers in Arms, snapshot, camo, repair, and then firefighting, I would say. There's not much else to pick on the gunner. Maybe you could sneak in the dead shot, dead eye, I mean, instead of anything before that on the third skill, maybe. So you get a little bit higher percentage for critical hits. But that would be very minor. The driver, Brothers in Arms, smooth ride, controlled impact, and then camouflage, and then repair. You could maybe not take controlled impact. I have it because I know I will be going out and ramming, and it is the meatball tank. I think you just have to go out and ram. Radio operator, Brothers in Arms, situational awareness, concealment, repair, and firefighting. Loader, Brothers in Arms, here I would pick intuition. It's an old crew, so that's why I have safe stowage. But I would pick Brothers in Arms, intuition, camo. Actually, maybe safe stowage before camo. Not so important, actually, safe stowage. You don't get ammo rack too much. But then, you stick in a repair at the end of this. Or before safe storage. It's up to you. Equipment. To get full view range, you kinda, with the standard equipment, you kinda need to have optics. Actually, you do have to have optics. But there is ways with the improved equipment that you can get a little bit more. With the bond ventilation, you can get full view range. But I would say you're still a light tank. You're still gonna get spotting. While you're still gonna go up and be close and personal with them. It's a conflict of interest, I would say. Now for the shells, I'll go with the 20, 20, and then 2 AP. So 20 HE, 20 heat, and 2 AP. The AP is just there to... Sometimes you can shoot on range, and you aren't sure if you're gonna pen with HE or not. So you kind of want to have the AP to supplement for that. Also, on certain tanks, not certain tanks, but versus certain tankers, which does not have a good repair time. You don't want to shoot heat because the tracks really like to soak up all the heat shell. So when you get in a perma-track situation, you kind of want to have a 1-2 heat to just weave in that so you can get that easy pen. And obviously, no firefight, no automatic fire extinguisher. We go with the chocolate. Let's go with the field modification. For a completely different tank, but it has the same. It's a versatile light tank. What I would take here, I would not take anything, I think. Maybe the top speed. Because you go around 64, but you could alter the top speed just to get that a little bit faster. For the extra ramming capability. Maybe. I would, yeah. I would take this, I think. It's something you need to test. And here, I honestly think it's the reload. I usually always go with the aiming circle, but I think it's the reload now because you're gonna get below that 7 seconds or at 7 seconds, which might be very, very interesting. Now this, you're gonna face a lot of other VKs out there, and this might be one of those things where you don't pick at all for the engine because it's fast enough, it's nimble enough, and this just gets drawbacks. I mean, there's three reverse speed, maybe is not too much for this light tank, but it's something that needs to be tested while you're playing. And obviously you get some ultra reverse speed, which is nice, I guess. But that's it for me. Hope you're gonna enjoy your derp VK with some fun derping around there today when you get it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. This is my little review of the VK2801 MIT 10.5 centimeters L28. My god, that's a long name. Just call it the German meatball. Alright, I'll see you around, tankers. I'm out of here.